We're talking crops and insects right now with our extension entomologist, Tom Royer. And Tom, tell us about some of your research that you have been looking at in regards to using insecticide for nitrogen applications.
Okay, about 4 or 5 years ago, it became a common practice among producers to just throw in a really inexpensive insecticide application in with their Topdress application. They just said, well, we're going across the field anyway, why not throw it in? My first reaction was, why use an insecticide if you don't know what you're using it for? And I thought, well, I'm just gonna put out some research and prove these guys wrong. It turns out I couldn't prove them wrong. That actually, over the last 3 or 4 years of research, we've shown that it does provide a benefit. We have data from 3 locations in 3 different years that shows there's a benefit to adding it. So what I want to do is help a producer make a decision on whether it's going to provide a benefit or not. And that's what we're doing right now, is to try and add on a little bit of data to help make that decision.
You know, the winter crops are coming along, the wheat's looking good across the state. Briefly kind of talk about some of the insect pressure, if any, that has been, impacting some of our, like canola or wheat.
Well, there is a little bit of, one of my colleagues, John Damicone, has some canola plots. The canola looks beautiful this year. It's as good as it's looked in a long time. It's up to here, up to my chin. I wouldn't want to have to go out and scout, but there is a little bit of aphid pressure in his plots, and so I think he's going to have to treat, but otherwise it looks like a great crop. We haven't seen a lot of insect pressure in a lot of our wheat. A little earlier we had army cutworm issues, and there was probably some bird cherry-oat aphid that was building up in certain areas, but for the most part it's looking beautiful. I mean, it's a fantastic.
You mentioned aphids in there. You actually have some exciting news in regards to a sugarcane aphid app.
Yes.
That's coming along quite well.
Yeah, we are wanting to have it out in people's hands this summer before the sugarcane aphid season comes along. It is a system that allows them to go out and sample a field and determine whether they need to treat or not. But the beauty of it is it's a rapid system. It can make that decision very quickly. I think it's going to be a big time saver, but it's just a question of getting, and it's great because they can record for each field what the decision was, and they know when they get finished that they can say treat fields 1 and 3 and field 2 didn't need to be treated. So it will keep that kind of information on their phone for them. And I think it's going to be a time saver.
All right, thanks, Tom. Tom Royer, Extension Entomologist here at Oklahoma State University.